I'm saying Dragon Quest has a pretty goddamn generic battle system.
Hey,
Goddamn
first of all,
generic
the
battle
the
system.
battle system was way less generic than Dragon
the battle
Quest.
system was way less.
I don't know about that, boss.
You don't know, and you don't know what you're talking about. All right, your camera's gonna be fucked up for a sec. Wait, no, 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 nah. We ain't doing that.
Damn, are we gonna fuck it up live on air?
No, I was just gonna copy the link, but I realized I can't do that because I'm streaming the Discord, so I gotta do it on my phone. All right, so now let me load up this. Okay. Ugh. So, welcome. Wait, no. Let me just copy paste this real quick. Damn, y'all should be saying stuff while I'm texting, while I'm typing. Y'all should be keeping the energy up. This is
That's
your
why
role as co-hosts.
you gotta play an intro song while this
We
thing is down. That's
need
the
an intro
breakdown.
screen.
Can I do that?
I mean, let's not fuck anything up. Right?
Yeah, we spent a while just to get this shit working. Let's just roll with it. Do it live.
All right. Almost time. Pretend there's music in the background.
I could probably reconfigure my mic to play line in and play like super shitty quality. Band.
All right. We got 2 viewers in the chat. That's what's up. All right. So, first of all, welcome everybody to the resurrection of the Nebraska Fighting Game Community Podcast. This is episode 1 because it's under new management. It's under my management. And this podcast is going to be 10, 15, 20 times better than the old one. So, first of all, I'd like to introduce my co-hosts, one MKL and then one Dame. So, MKL, what's up?
How are you all doing today, folks?
Dame, what's up?
Doing great. How are you guys doing? It's been a while. Good to see your smiling faces once
It
more.
has been a while. Dame, you looked up and you told me how long ago was the old podcast?
It says right here in the chat log, June 17th was our last podcast.
Yeah, together. I did that one with Uli like in August.
The interview podcast. And I'm hoping
Interview one.
so to kind of talk about what's different now that it's under new management. I'm hoping to probably do it like bi-weekly because it kind of took a while to prepare for all this, and I don't know if I want to do it every week, and we don't really have shit to talk about every week. I want to try to do it bi-weekly. I want to try to get, have the 3 main co-hosts and then have like a guest maybe, just one guest, and we talk about different things. This week is going to be pretty by the book. We're going to talk about current events in the FGC and kind of expand it a little bit more broad into the gaming and a little bit of anime, just to keep you guys interested. But first of all, just want to catch up with Dame and Mike real quick. Let me check my my outline. So how's Corona been treating y'all? Anybody get it yet?
I haven't gotten it. Nobody I know has gotten it besides Wes, so steady sailing for me. I was on since the last podcast, I believe. I was unemployed, and recently got a new job, so I'm back on the saddle there. Back on the 9 to 5 grind.
I also have joined Dame in the employed force of the United States of America. Damn, look at that fucking hand washing shit.
Yeah, dude, this is
They
Just
send
make
that over
sure-
to Wes. We're gonna have a new hand washing emote.
all the viewers are washing their hands. Just want to make sure of that.
Got
but
some
yeah,
hand
Corona-
sanitizer right here.
For me, I still haven't gotten it. Hopefully, as far as I know, not a couple. One of my close friends got it, but I managed to dodge it. And as far as I know, there's like one employee that is like a server that got it, but it's a little bit different in the kitchen, and they quarantined for 2 weeks or whatever it is. So I've been able to dodge it so far, but I guess they're saying numbers are rising and all that. So we're trying to stay safe out here. So next week is Halloween. You guys got any Halloween plans? Dame? No?
Nope.
Mike?
I ain't
I'm
about to go.
going to take a girl to a museum and hopefully just. I don't know if I'm gonna give out candy. Honestly, I really enjoy Halloween to just be like a super geeky old dude and give out candy to little kids and like overdo it on the fucking decorations. But this year with Corona, I'm not feeling little
Yeah,
kids.
not feeling comfortable
I
with
mean, are
that.
they? It's probably going to be a lot less trick or treating this year. That's for sure.
So just I don't know, museum. That's about it, boys.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be working, but outside of that, nothing. All right, next thing, I got to get it out of the way. I got to give props to my boy LeBron James. Just won his fourth championship. I got to give him props. He's on his way to that GOAT title. He's on his way to that undisputed GOAT title. Thank you. Thank you, LeBron. Thank you, AD. Thank you, Caruso, Kuzma, Danny Green, all you guys. Thanks, all you. Dwight Howard, Frank Vogel, everybody. You guys did amazing work out there.
This is coming from a Lakers fan since he was born. He's been in the Lakers game since the womb, baby.
I've been in the LeBron game, okay? Don't get it twisted. I've been in the LeBron
He's been
game.
a LeBron fan since he was born.
The Lakers,
Born.
the teams, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's all about the players. I believe in people. I believe in LeBron. And AD, When LeBron retires, then I'm going to be on that AD train. So, I already got the path. Dame, any thoughts? I know you were cheering.
I like that NBA Corona meme you posted in the Discord. That's about my extent of NBA knowledge.
That took me.
Thank you
I
for that,
was working
George.
hard
I
on that.
appreciated that.
It took me a while on that one. I had to think about it overnight because I really could not think of
Yeah,
some.
Mike didn't believe that you made that because it was too funny. So big
Yeah,
ups to you.
good ones.
Mike doesn't believe in me. And then before we get to the meat here, I gotta say it. Anybody gonna vote? I already voted. Send in my ballot.
Yeah, my
I
ballot is
dropped
in.
off mine Monday.
See, I went to check the website. There's like a website they can check to see if it's in or not, and it was like completely down when I went to go check it. So I don't know if it's fixed or not, but
Yeah,
I'm
anybody
kind of
watching
paranoid
right now,
that it's
go
not
out
gonna
and
get
vote.
in. Yep,
I think you can check it.
there's a website.
Did
but
you get a mail-in ballot or?
Yeah,
I think
mail-in.
you did right. Yeah.
when I went to go
There's a
check
way
it,
to check it
it was
online.
the website was just completely dead. So,
Huh.
but yeah, everybody who's watching this podcast needs to go vote. All right, so we can get to the whole meat and potatoes here. Let me see here. Get this set up. Let me hit this button. Alt tab that. Let me switch scenes. Okay, we on the next scene. So now we can actually get talking about fighting games. So let's see the top of the list right now. We're going to be talking about Guilty Gear. Now, Guilty Gear, they recently had an exhibition. And they announced a new character. They had some exhibition matches, and they announced the release date. So, first of all, I want to talk about this new character, Giovanna. Any thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I think she's pretty cool.
What's my point?
As a character, I think she's kind of right up my alley. I just like characters that fucking kick the shit out of you. The hand-to-hand combat. I think the best, the best parallel I can make with her moveset is like she's kind of like Brazilian King from King of Fighters.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
I don't like that style of character and archetype, but it's gonna get quite a few degenerates into Guilty Gear, I think. So I'm into it.
I will say the first time I watched this trailer was to set up for this podcast, so I honestly didn't know much about her, but she seems pretty cool. The one thing that kind of like gets me is like kind of my problem with like Guilty Gear characters. It's like you take a cool character and then you like turn it up to like 12. Like she has a wolf. She's like a cool character without the wolf, but then they just add like a green wolf, and it's just like I think the character was already cool enough. Didn't really need the wolf, and we'll see how the wolf plays into her gameplay. But she definitely looks cool. Like I I don't know anything about her playstyle, and I don't even really know what kind of playstyle I would want to play, but she would definitely be on my short list of characters I'm interested in.
Sure. I mean, it's always nice to pick up a new character with a new game, but as far as being turned up to 12, it is an anime game, so kind of
Yeah, but
got
Guilty Gear I think is a little bit too much to turn up to 12. Like you have it's just like like the Coon character. He's like a robot driven by like a little girl.
I feel like this design is relatively tame, even to like Guilty Gear standards.
That's what I thought.
She doesn't really do much with the wolf in the trailer. I don't think she just kind of just runs up and kicks you. But hopefully, we see a bit more of how she's played at a high level at the end. At the end, we also saw Anji. She's finally making a return. I don't know much about that character at all. I wasn't a Guilty Gear player. I'm a Blaze baby. Don't ask me about him.
Anji just wears a diaper on his head, so I've always been a fan of him.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him either. He's like a fan character. He uses fans, I think. That's what I heard.
Yeah, he's definitely not my style. Again, the best part of that trailer, as usual, is Faust putting an afro on him.
It'll be an interesting game for sure. Okay,
You
so
guys have any guesses on who the last character will be? So there's one more coming after Anji. Is there any hopes? Any? Who do you not want to see in
I
that
bet
spot?
it's gonna be like I bet it's gonna be like Order Soul or Robo-Kai. Somebody
Right.
save some costs and help dev time.
I think it'll probably be. I don't know anything about Guilty Gear, but it'll probably be whoever that character was in that trailer that came out with that story mode trailer. Who do I want it to be? I don't really know enough about Guilty Gear to say who I want it to be.
I think Order Soul would be tight. I think most people like him.
Anybody catch any of the exhibitions they did?
I watched a little bit. I watched Doger completely get his ass whooped with the new Milia.
I watched the one with Goichi, and I think he was playing Nago Ryuki.
Yeah, yeah. I
Who's a
watched that
character
one
I'm
too. He
interested in.
looked a little bit slow for my taste. I don't know.
And my one thing is, it's weird to me to play a character that can't like backdash or forward dash. I think he can backdash, but he doesn't have a forward
Right.
dash. I think if I remember right. So it'd be weird, because I would like have the instinct to like forward dash, but then you can't. You have to like command dash. So
Yeah,
that gets
and
me getting
especially
used
in a
to.
game like Guilty Gear, where half the appeal is like being able to move however you want.
But I do kind of like the appeal of playing a character who like, it's relative to the rest of the cast, instead of like doing a lot of shit, he just kind of like sits there and swings his big sword, and like your opponent's like trying to set up traps and different things, and you're just like, that seems
Yeah.
pretty appealing to me.
Maybe he'll be like the Gigas of Guilty Gear.
Okay, so they revealed the release date. Standard edition's coming out on the 4th month of the year, on the 9th day of that month. Anybody excited?
And what? PS4, PS5 gets it 3 days early? Is that-
Yeah, whack.
If you pay, you have to pay for the early access, or you just get it early access if you get it on PlayStation console.
I think if you pre-order it, if I remember right.
But
I'm
yeah.
kind of torn on what console I'm going to get it on, if I'm even going to get a PS5. Curious as to how the player base is going to like pick. Is it mostly going to be on PS5, PS4? People going to play it on PC? Who knows?
Well, I've learned recently that most ArcSys games on PC have like 1 to 2 frames less of input lag. So I bet most people are gonna play on PS5 just because it'll be tournament standard.
Right, right.
I figured it's probably gonna be mostly on the PC, at least in our scene, anyways.
Yeah, a lot of people are considering buying it twice. It's already the TO curse of needing to buy everything twice.
That's the art.
15 characters at release. What do you guys think about that? And then DLC. I think it's confirmed there's going to be DLC characters.
I think 16, 16 is a good number. I think that's the ideal
It's a
number of
very
characters you want to
wholesome
have.
number.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with it because, like, if you look back even like 10, 15 years, the norm was like 15, 20 tops. I think what, like Tekken 4 had 15, probably 16.
Something like that.
Street Fighter
Pretty
5, I think, started
relatively
out with this
small.
many too, right?
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 5 did. I think it was 16, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it makes sense. I think,
Uh-huh.
and plus, I think it is indicative of the new idea that these fighting games are games, game as a service in a sense. Like they expect, I think they're expecting 4 seasons maybe. You know, I think they're expecting this game to last for a while. Like, because Street Fighter
Mm,
5, they built that game to last for years. I think they're doing the same thing with this game.
yeah. Well, Exert lasted for quite a while, even though they had all those revisions. It's still kind of like the same game, but a new spin with Rev 2 and all that stuff. So I think they'll do the same with this.
Okay, that's good on Guilty Gear. Next, we're gonna go to Grand Blue. Dame, you have the floor. I'm gonna need you to explain to me what or who is Cagliostro.
Cagliostro. It's a trap character that plays like a trap character. I don't very I don't play
Damn, about
the
to
gotcha
cancel him.
game, but so I'm not too privy on the lore. But apparently, this is a male found as a female character. That's it. Duess is all over that. He's chomping at the bit in order to play this character.
Okay.
I think she came out couple of days ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, people are laughing shit with her already.
Is she looking strong?
Hard to say, but the major thing about Grand Blue is that if you don't have a DP, it's kind of a bad look, like starting out. So I haven't looked too much into her. Haven't touched the character yet. So tough to say. We'll have to see.
Okay. Okay. Mike, you have any thoughts on this character?
She's a set play, so I instantly trash canned her.
Damn, just like that, huh?
Not my style of character for sure. And I mean, she looks like a 12-year-old girl.
Not his style in both meanings.
Okay. But in general, Dame, how is the Grand Blue? How's the community? What's hype? What's not?
Um, I can tell you right off the bat that what's not hype is the netcode. People, I feel, are pretty sour about playing this game online, and the only times I ever have that good of a time playing is honestly when once in every a blue moon when Yamato comes over and we play some offline sets in Grand Blue. Um, but yeah, I think that's how most people feel about it anyway.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, I think this game kind of got screwed over by Corona
Yeah,
because
for sure,
it
for
came out
sure.
like shortly before Corona. There wasn't really time for big tournaments, and so everybody's been playing this game pretty much online or, in their secret bunkers. Any final thoughts on Grand Blue, Mike?
Cool game. Sad that it got coroned. So shout outs to the. We actually had a few people play Grand Blue last night. It was fun to see it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't watched the game in a while, and I'd never seen this like Belial character or something like that. He looks pretty dope.
it's pretty good. He's an ultra shoto.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get into the game, like I was practicing combos and everything, but then Corona hit, and I never really played offline. So I didn't want to like learn the game
Yeah,
online because I knew certain things would just frustrate me in the lag. So
kind of almost changes the meta at a certain point because you can't really react to throws like you can offline. So the overhead throw mix-up is very real suddenly.
all right, well that's Grand Blue. next we're gonna go to the real meat and potatoes. We're gonna talk about Tekken Season 4. So Harada and Michael Murray recently had a stream where they talked about Season 4. They revealed a new character. They talked about different updates that's going to come with Season 4. And so to begin with, we're going to talk about said character, Kunimitsu. So Kunimitsu, last game she was in was Tekken Tag 2, and she was not a very popular character in that game. But now she's kind of given a I don't know how you say redesign. She's now the descendant of the previous Kunimitsu, so it's a new character, and I think they're trying to get people to like this character by updating her. What you guys think?
I think it's a slam dunk as far as another degenerate character. So you're gonna get a lot of, those people buy copies of games. So good job, Harada. She just honestly doesn't look interesting at all to me. It's hard to be a hater, Kunimitsu fans, but she looks ported from Tag 2.
I mean, she's definitely going to be probably mostly Tag 2 stuff, but the flame effects are cool. The sword effects are cool. Dame?
I can't say I'm personally too excited for her myself. I know, yeah, the design will probably attract a lot of people. They'll be interested in picking up the game and playing her. I know Yamato.
Oh shit! I
Changes
just
mains
realized I
every
was supposed to
season
be writing
pass,
the
so he'll
topic
probably
up
play
there.
her as well this season. But yeah, I think this is in terms of season 4 news. I think this is probably on the bottom of the list of what's the most exciting stuff. That's what's to come.
Yeah, I don't think. I think the Kunimitsu fans are excited, but I don't know. For some reason, every Tekken character has a rabid fan base, so it's probably just a silent
As long as
or a
Christie
vocal
doesn't make
minority.
it in, I'm happy. Don't give those Christie fans what they want.
But speaking of, who do you think is going to be the last character? There's one more character confirmed. Who do you think is going to be? Guest character, Tekken character?
My heart wants it to be Ancient Ogre or Jinpachi, but I know that won't be the case.
That's never happening.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be a new character or a guest character, so take your pick on those two.
Yeah, I don't even know who they could even add anymore from like the original cast. I feel like everybody's come back in some capacity, but it's gonna throw a character out, I guess. Maybe Roger Jr., maybe Alex.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Roger Jr. would be my wish list character. Realistically, I'm kind of torn. I honestly think it's going to be Kiryu from Yakuza series. But the only reason I don't think so is because I feel like maybe they would save that for Tekken 8. But, considering Corona, and it seems like the season 4 is kind of a response to the delays and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just said, okay, let's do Kiryu in Tekken 7, and we could just port him over to Tekken 8 or whatever it is. So my guess is Kiryu, wishlist, Roger Jr. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of Kiryu, Yakuza Like a Dragon comes out next month, and I believe that has Virtua Fighter 5 on it. So people want to parsec that. That's a good opportunity to pick up that game just to play Virtua Fighter.
And that game's like a RPG, right? I might pick it up just because of that.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
maybe
interesting.
It'll just be a good
honestly.
game. Plus, a good game with VF5.
It's a deal.
Okay, so in the stream, they also talked about there's going to be netcode changes. They're saying that the netcode is going to be improved. That will be believed when it's seen. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's likely that what netcode will be improved?
I don't want to say it's impossible, but I think like the improvement's going to be like improving it to Tag 2 levels. And I mean, that isn't great. So, but I'll take anything. I'll take anything.
I still always say that I still do not feel there's a significant difference between the Tag 2 netcode and the 7 netcode. If anything, I would probably feel that the Tag 2 is worse. But I honestly think like somebody should go, like some content creator should just improve it. Like it shouldn't be that hard to prove. Just get 2 people, they play first to 5 in Tag 2, they play first to 5 in Tekken 7, and see what feels better. I feel like that should be a video that exists.
Well, the one thing about Tag 2 is you didn't have to sit through get ready for the next battle after
Yeah.
every single fucking match. And then you could actually rematch in the player match rooms.
I mean, sure,
I
but we're talking about the
definitely felt
net
like
code.
there was less lag overall. Like this. I feel like the net codes were the same for Soul Calibur 5 and Soul Calibur 6 for like Tag 2 and T7, and Souls 5 is way better than Soul 6. So that's how I'm
I
measuring
just
it.
don't think so. I mean, if you look back, look back on there's like a famous Eris Rage video when he's playing Tag 2 and he's just screaming, and look at the lag and how bad it is. I've never had an experience that's like that bad in Tekken 7.
Never faced you boys and had literally 60 frames of lag.
I mean, but I mean the thing is, I don't know. Maybe it's just different opinions because clearly we have different tolerances for lag.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm just at the point where I'm just like if it's not gonna be rollback, there's zero chance of it. So
I mean,
uh,
I don't know why we say that though, because I think there's evidence that there's rollback in some capacity in the game.
what evidence?
The Rip has a video where he shows multiple instances of rollback, or at least
That
what appears to be rollback.
I mean, read the comment threads on those. Like that's a syncing issue, not rollback.
I just like, I mean, we'll never know, but I just don't
Rollback
know.
is 3.
I just feel like from looking from the outside, we can't just like look at the game and say like what's going on under the hood.
But I mean, just logically, you can break things down. Like rollback, the reason why people like it is when you press the button, it happens on screen instantly, no matter how much lag is going on. And on Tekken, when you press that button, you can de facto prove that there is delay being implemented on the server. So we know that it's delayed.
Yeah, but we don't know that there isn't rollback as a part of it.
But I think you're not understanding what rollback is, and like Rip doesn't understand what rollback is. Rollback
I
means
just don't have a like because Rip talked to Keats. He had a long ass conversation with Keats before he even made these statements. He had a long ass conversation with Keats about rollback. Like I really don't think that Rip just doesn't know what rollback is. He's a pretty tech headed guy.
sure, but I don't think he's using it in the correct implementation. Where all people are talking about when they want rollback is being able to press the button and zero lag happens on screen.
I I mean we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, there's evidence of, you know, the fact that you can go in training mode. I think I went over this before, but you can set the input delay, which means that there is delay in the game, which even if there is rollback, quote unquote, there's still delay there, so it's not going to feel like rollback. But you know, just looking at these, looking forward, Anakin says it feels a lot better. People are praising the new netcode. We'll have to wait and see if they're just shilling or if it's actually, you know, legit. And this game feels a lot better online. So
We'll see. Another thing they talked about was potential damage nerfs or potentially a health bar change of some kind. Any thoughts on this? Personally, I honestly don't. I feel like there isn't an easy answer. It's like I think probably the easiest answer is to change the damage values on a couple moves and maybe change the way that unscaled hits work. I don't think that changing the health bar is a great idea because visually, like you know, when you get hit by or when you hit somebody with something, like the amount that the bar goes down is like you know psychologically important to enjoy what you're doing. So like if they just like say you press forward forward one and it hits you know king forward forward one neutral hit or whatever normal hit. You know, you want it to kind of do like a chunk off the bar, a move that looks like that. You want to do it a chunk off the bar. If you increase the health bar, it's going to do less visually. So I think that's why they should be hesitant about, you know, directly increasing the health bar. I think there's a lot of things you could do structurally to affect the damage.
right.
What do you guys
In
think?
terms of that, they did touch upon that a little bit in terms of every time they've increased the health pool in Tekken, people have said, "Oh, this game feels a lot more balanced," and that's because you're not dying in 2 hits anymore. Um, I think this is a step in the right direction. this is a complaint a lot of players had of just like life bars melting, especially with these new like 2D characters. If they use all of their meter, you're pretty much dead in like one or two goes. So um, yeah, poking and all that stuff is also, it's also going to feel like a bit less chunky, but the psychological damage you take from like dying in a couple of hits, I think trumps that.
Yeah, the poking thing was what I was bothered by because if they just straight up increase the health bar, it's a nerf to pokes, basically. So
Right.
I'm bothered by that because they said they didn't give a definitive answer on whether or not they would increase combo damage scaling, and combos are the problem. It's not pokes. So
Right.
them nerfing pokes and kind of a slap on the wrist to combos, I hope that's not the case because I mean that would be even worse balance than we've ever seen.
Fair points. Fair points. Yeah, I think stuff like wall scaling or even maybe just the whole wall system is something where they should look at ways they can affect damage because I think I think a lot of people complain about the wall scenarios because it's pretty scary when your back is to the wall. One mistake and you're basically dead, or you're dead, you're down on the ground, and they're about to mix you up again, and then if you fail that mix up, then you're dead. So I think there's definitely a lot of different directions they can go with it. I'd be interested to see what actually happens.
Right, right. And you see, like these past few seasons, it's all been like buffs to damage, offense, wall carry, all that, but nothing really on the defensive side to help, people who just want to like chill, lay back, and play their defensive game. So
Yeah, that's the sad part is like they spent the last 2 seasons just making everyone ridiculous in wall carry and damage and punishment. And now their answer, instead of walking back on some of those buffs, is to just increase the health bar, which is like it's like when they added delay wake up to Street Fighter 4. It's like such a bad band-aid.
Yeah, I think like I part of me feels like the buffs and the buffs and the buffs is like a direct response to kind of the vibe of the community. Like, I honestly don't think that I think they're doing it to try to appease the community. Like, because Tekken community is kind of, relative to every other community, it's kind of like bitchy, kind of complainy about their character. Like, and the thing is, like, Tekken community will complain about characters that they don't even play. Like, they'll talk all day about how Lee is low tier, in the past. Lee is low tier, Gigas is low tier, XYZ character is low tier. Like, I feel like we got to this point because the kind of the vibe was we need buffs, and so we got to this point, and then now everybody's saying, whoa, 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 I didn't mean buffs like that. And so then I think this is just now we're on the other. I think it's just like a cycle over and over again. Like people want stronger, then they want weaker, then they want stronger, then they want weaker.
right. Hmm.
So I think now we're on the weaker side. Now we're gonna, but it's I think everybody says they want it weaker, but then I think if the season 4 patch notes come out and it's nerf, 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 everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" So I think Namco Bandai got to tread carefully with what they do. All right, so last topic of Tekken, I want to hear from each of you guys. I want to hear two specific buffs to two characters, and two specific nerfs to two characters. What do you guys think? Let's start with you, Dame.
Two specific buffs to two characters and two nerfs. Well, took a look at the top characters right now. So a lot of people would say that Leroy, Fakumram, those two are going to be up there. Leroy's already been hit by a bunch of nerfs and whatnot, but I think in terms of Fakumram, it's still kind of too hard to say for me, honestly, with the fact that there haven't been any tournaments. I think that's the main part. People are trying to judge these characters based on online play and whatnot, and I don't think that's the right direction to go. For me, might seem like a cop-out answer, but I don't want to touch the game before we see some actual results and see what the actual problem is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Mike?
If I were having a gun to my head for the answer, I would say for nerfs, it would have to be I would nerf both Leroy and Fakum Rumps down forward one, and all this subsequent moves it can do after it for the two nerfs. And then for the two buffs, I would look at Miguel's jab strings and try to lower the hitbox. And for Lily's down forward one, I would make it to where you can't backdash it while she's +7. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. I think for the nerfs, I would say I would nerf. I'd probably do something about Fakum Ram, like his four, like his standing 4/4 string, and the similar like string into that counter hit low kick. I don't know. I think those moves are whack. Honestly, I think those are whack. Um, and then probably the other one I would nerf. I kind of would have to see more. Like, I think Leroy is probably tolerable right now. Um, I mean, I would probably nerf like just Akuma damage, but as far as buffs go, of course, we got to buff Gigas. I would really love it if his forward forward 2 was a counter hit screw, because I think that would be fun. I don't know how good he would be, but it would be fun. And, let's get some buffs to somebody who really needs it. King, what could we buff? Maybe just give him like a new low, some dope ass low, like a plus on hit low. That'd be pretty dope.
Should give some love to Armor King as well if you're going to go down that route.
Oh, true. He needs it too.
Neutral 2+2+1?
It's -1. It's either -1 or 0. I can't remember.
Really? They didn't buff it recently?
They made it less punishable. It's not plus though, because you can, whatchamacallit, while standing 4. And a king player gotta respect that, because you can't jab because you're crouching. All right, so that's it for Tekken.
+1.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's not.
That's what RB Norway says.
+1. Let me think.
Like, while standing forward when I do it to you is a bad idea, but it's only a bad idea if you sidestep or down jab. Because if you won, I'll technically crush it.
Oh, whatever. He needs a more plus on hit low. I mean, that one's like, the problem with that one is it's plus on block, but it leaves you crouching. He needs a plus on block or plus on hit low that leaves you standing is the thing. Because then I can't throw you after. See, that's that.
Down back 3 also leave.
See, that's why I don't really think about it as plus, because I don't have the throw option. Yeah, but you talk down back 3. What? Come on. You talking about down back 3?
Or is it down back 4? The one that's like technically a seeable low.
Down back 3. Yeah. Why would I be? That's like +1. I'm pretty sure. But
hell, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think so. I think it's like +1. And even then, it's like what, I-23, I-24.
It's like 20. Yeah, somewhere around there. It's seeable technically.
All right. So next, we got to give some love to Soul Calibur. It's been a pretty quiet game lately. But my question though is, wait, no, that's the wrong slide. Oh no, this was actually the slide from when we were talking about the nerfs. But my question for Soul Calibur though is, where's my boy Lizard Man?
We'll be lucky to get another character ever at this rate.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Soul Calibur team has been the worst at keeping their community updated by a long shot of all these fighting games. I mean, when they do come out with patches and stuff, they're really thorough, and I do appreciate that, but it's kind of just been dead silence. But honestly, I haven't been catching up, but I'm sure Jeannie will post something in the 3D chat every time there's Soul Calibur news, so that's my pulse on the community.
Yes, it's super dope. I think finally a lot of the top players are realizing that the game is kind of round 1, roll the dice, and never stop rolling the dice. So I hear a lot of butthurt in the Twitter sphere right now, but I mean, what game doesn't have ass hurt top players, honestly?
Yeah, there's still one more character in this season, right? That's not released yet, if I remember
I
right.
think a lot of people are saying that it's Hwang, but
It's basically guaranteed because there was a week before the season.
Right. Everything's been right so far with Setsuka and whatnot, so
And that's still season 1, or are we season 2 yet?
This is 2, right? Technically.
Yep, season 2.
Okay, well, yeah, Soul Calibur. I know they've been doing the online challenges along with the Tekken online challenges. I haven't watched any of the Soul Calibur ones, but I caught a couple of the Tekken ones. And, it's nice to have something going on, All right, next topic. Let me see here. Is gonna be about Among Us, the new hot game that everybody's talking about.
Oh
So
man.
I know me and Mike have played it. I don't know if you've played it, Dame, but I would like to just go and kind of share what's your strategy for Among Us. What's your
It's my
strat?
strategy. I've only played it a couple times, once with my friends and once with a VTuber. So I'm not sure about the meta of the game, but I just lie constantly if I'm the imposter, and I'm just on everybody's ass if I'm a civilian. So that's how I play. Am I doing it right?
Close enough. Pretty good. I would say, I enjoy being the not imposter crewmate or whatever, because I like to play detective about it. Imposter, I don't really have like too many imposter strategies. Typically if it's like 2 imposters, honestly, I'll just try to kill as many people as I can as fast as I can, and probably die, and then just hope that the other guy can just carry it. But as a crewmate, I'll always play super aggressive. I go in. So if I even have the slightest suspicion, I will 100%. I will act with 100% certainty that you're the imposter. To get a reaction and all this type of stuff. So I definitely enjoyed it, the crewmate side more than the imposter side. Mike.
Well, my strat is to attempt to get a game going. So until then,
True, true. That is the hardest part about Among Us. Okay. Next up, this one is a question for both of you. What's the deal with Evangelion? Why should anybody watch it?
oh, is it
What's the deal?
Discord shit posting about it?
Yep. This was the hot topic for at least 2 hours on the Discord.
Well, in my opinion, it was a, it's a very accidental show. Like a lot of the great qualities about it are very organic and not forced, which is very difficult in television and in art in general. And the feelings it conveys are feelings that like our generation and especially the younger generation go through with like responsibility and feelings of disconnect, which I think is a pretty admirable thing to display in anime of all things.
Dame, any thoughts?
Yeah, what Mike said. I feel like it's a required watching for anyone who claims to be an anime fan, whoever wants to be an anime fan. I know
Dope.
this was before a lot of people's times that are posting on the Discord as of late, but if you haven't watched it, you should give it a shot. I think it's someone can take something from the show. It might be something different, a different message, but there's something to gain from watching Evangelion at least once.
So you're saying, oh, actually, speaking of, this was before the podcast, but I was having problems because I couldn't figure out how to mute a video that I had in the background, and I just now figured out how to do it. So you're saying, Dane, that if I don't watch Evangelion, I can't be a card carrying anime fan? Please say yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I said yes.
Then it's confirmed. I will not watch Evangelion.
Damn.
All right. So the podcast, it's been about 45 minutes. I'd like to make it about an hour. So we got one more topic, one more segment, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Dame, you're going to be the star of the show right now. I need you to explain to our audience uh, what's VTubing.
Dang. I already posted a video on this under my other account, Giguk, on what VTubing is. It's about 30 minutes long. You guys can watch that, but I'll give you a brief rundown. And no, that's not VTubing. Whatever you posted there on the
That's not VTubing?
um, what is VTubing? It's basically here. Let me put it in the simplest terms. What you have is see, before coronavirus, all you had were like Twitch streamers and all of that. So you combine that with another hobby, anime watching. So now the anime watchers have some streamers to watch and also look at cute anime girls at. So it's a win-win for them in quarantine. You know, they're exploding in popularity. Some girl just made an account like 1 month ago. They have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. What's going on? Who knows? They're exploding.
Okay, fair enough. Mike, any thoughts about VTubing?
Well, I've done my due diligence. I'll say that. I
He's done
have
his research.
them very intensely for maybe a few weeks now, and I feel like I'm finally at the age that I don't fucking understand the youth on my lawn and just like what you're giving this avatar, this software generated avatar, $500 for doing nothing but saying "Ew."
It's good content.
So I get the extension from it's like a Twitch kind of model of, and people love cute things, and there's some degeneracy going on, so it just like checks so many things for the youth. I get it, but I don't want to get it.
Yeah, I always, my whole thing is, if you're not hurting anybody, how can you really judge anybody? But, you know, I kind of, the whole like streaming thing, I have like conflicted feelings about it because I feel like it is kind of exploitative, and I feel like VTubing isn't even really that different. But and plus, it's in kind of a conspiracy type of way. I think it's weird the way that they're kind of owned by like corporations and shit. It's weird. Like these personalities are like owned by like corporations and shit.
Right. They're hired to play a character essentially. It's not really like okay, I'm gonna make this allegory. Some people might not agree with it, but I'd compare it to wrestling. Right? They have their gimmick, their storylines. You wouldn't get it unless you watched it.
I guess wrestling is a pretty fair comparison. All right, Dame. So I got the segment. Let's make sure. Hopefully everything works. And the segment is where we're gonna end the show on. Is called "Who's That VTuber?" And Dame, you are gonna play the
Wow.
game today. I've selected 5 VTubers off
Just for
of
me?
Google image
I'm
search.
flattered, George.
I went on
Thank
Google
you.
image search and I found 5 VTubers, and you're gonna have to guess which VTuber
It's
is which.
Pikachu.
Okay, so Dame, the first VTuber. Let me see, where's the shit at? Boom. Who is that VTuber?
That is Muna Hoshinova from Hololive Indonesia.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Woo!
Okay, Dame, that was incredibly lucky because the slideshow was on automatic.
Wait, no, I said that before they
You
even
did,
popped
you
up
did.
on my
Yes, you
screen.
got the question right, but you were lucky that the
I got
Alright.
it before it popped up. Okay.
before it could pop up. Okay, we in there. Okay, we in there. I got control. So yes, you were right. It's Muna Hoshinova. Damn, Dame. How many hours of this you watch?
Wow. I watch enough.
Good answer. Good answer.
No.
Family Feud or something.
Okay, next up we got this VTuber. Who's that VTuber?
I even know this one.
Judging by that silhouette, I'd have to say that's Shirakami Fubuki from Hololive Generation 1 and also a part of Hololive Gamers. She's a double dipper.
Damn, double dipping. Let's see if he's right. Shirakami Fubuki. Damn, Dame.
Oh, that's not who I thought it
Ooh.
was, for what it's worth.
Oh, really? Wow. You thought it was the dog girl or what?
I thought it was Gowara or whatever her
Oh,
name.
Gar. Oh, yeah. The hood thing, kind of.
Let's see. Where's my scoreboard? Here it is. Damn, Dame. 2 out of 5. You think you'll get 5 out of 5, Dame?
I hope so. Unless you put something completely out of left field for the last one. I kind of feel like that's going to be the setup here.
I wouldn't do that to you. All right, next one. Name that VTuber.
Oh, man. You can see by her silhouette. She's got kind of a Dark Souls attire thing going on. I'm gonna have to say this is Noelle Shirogane from Hololive Third Gen.
Damn, he even knows the gen. You are correct.
Damn. Damn.
Damn, I was originally gonna do 10 of them, but I ran out of time.
Yeah, I think five's good enough,
Yeah,
honestly,
5.
for this segment. That's a sweet spot.
Next one. Who's that VTuber?
Oh yeah. She's got kind of a busy design. She's also a clown and a fox at the same time. This is Omaru Polka from Generation 5 of Hololive.
Damn, there you are. Right again.
How are you finding these girls?
I use Google
Google.
VTuber. Alright, next and last. Who's that VTuber?
I think this is the one that Mike was talking about. You know, that shark girl, Gargura. This is the one that recently hit 1 mil. Hololive English. This is an English dub of Hololive for all of you who swear by the dubs. I know Mike loves his dubs, so
That's
would 1 out of
correct.
5.
So is she the most popular VTuber? Or is there somebody more popular?
she has the most subscribers in Hololive. The only one that's above her at this point, I believe, is Kizuna Ai, who's still, hanging on to her 3 mil she amassed from 3 years ago. So
Is Corone or whatever her name?
Corone, I think she's second. She's pretty up there as well. Um, yeah, she has a lot of Western appeal. She's if you looked at the video game news or whatever recently, they've have an Easter egg just dedicated to her instead of Doom. Like the title screen pops up as Doog, dog, or whatever. So
Hilarious.
it's infecting everybody. This VTuber craze, even corporations are all over this.
Damn, Dame. 5 out of 5. You're a certified VTuber. Watcher.
Wow, where's my license? What do I win? Do I get a sticker?
Uh, we'll put a sticker on your webcam next podcast.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, so that's the podcast. That's pretty much it. This is the part where we all say our goodbyes. The chat is supposed to pop up here if anybody chats, and then we can give our shout outs, the opposite of shout outs, and we could end it.
The opposite of shout
The
out?
opposite of
Yeah.
shoutouts.
Shout ins, whisper ins. So Dame, who you shouting out?
Shouting out. I'll try to keep it fighting game related for this one. I'll give a shout out to the Bamco development team for Tekken for at least giving rollback or whatever netcode improvement they have a shot. Even this late into the game's development cycle, I thought there was no chance in hell that they were going to touch it, but they proved me wrong. So way to go, Murray, Harada, everyone else on the development team. Hope to see good things from you. My bitch calling. I'm gonna go. Gonna talk about my dinner last night. Went to Popeyes to get a nice 3-piece tender meal, and in my box were these 3 little meager strips of chicken. I could not believe my eyes.
Damn.
Yeah, you just lost a true fan, Popeyes. I'm gonna go to
That style. It's 50-50. It's the ultimate 50-50.
the ultimate. I got mixed up once again. What can I say? I mixed myself up for going there. So it's my fault, really. I'm calling myself a bitch for this one.
I gotta say it again, and I hate saying it, because these is bigots. But Chick-fil-A
These bigots.
never fucked my order up.
Yeah, but is your order? I mean, Chick-fil-A ain't even that good though.
Oh, that's a hot take, amigo.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll let you
Ooh.
have it though.
This is the hot takes portion of the podcast.
Man, you shitting on me for eating ragu, and you're out here in the streets eating Chick-fil-A. Come on, man.
If you don't have, we're not gonna trust George's if he likes ragu.
You out here in the streets eating Chick-fil-A. Come on, man.
But I bet ragu is just as bigoted.
We don't know. We can't say. We don't know. I would like to shout out the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the chip. It's definitely fighting game related. And my bitch calling, Actually, no, I'd like to shout out the viewers. Shout out you guys for watching the stream. And I'd like to bitch call. Let's bitch call myself because I lost my wallet on the bike trail. And I did get it back, but I did lose it for like a day. So, I'm a bitch.
Good that you got it back. Most people's wallets don't return.
Yeah. Did it just fall out of your pants pocket while you were riding your bike?
Yeah, I had to take my. I took it out for something, and then when I put it back in, I guess I probably didn't put it back in all the
It
way or
didn't go back
something.
in.
Because, yeah, somebody found it on the bike trail, and then they returned it to the bank. Which, by the way, fuck banks. Mike?
Let's see here. Shout outs to damn, do I just have to go with Chick-fil-A after the slander? No, I won't. Let's see here. I will go with Aloe because after playing with George so many times since the last podcast, I realized I was that guy for the longest time. So I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart on Leon, all the people I played online with on Spectrum. That shit is wildly bad.
Shout out Spectrum.
Shout outs to
Hold it down.
No,
Hey, this podcast was brought to you by Spectrum.
that is true. We'll have to review the footage to see if it's on 144p. And the bitch calling is going to go out to I'm gonna have to say the Tekken team for selecting Kunimitsu to be a guest character, to be honest. That's the one that came to mind first.
It's like that, huh?
Would you literally rather have anybody else?
Where's my man Jin Hachi?
Nobody wants him.
Hachi Jin. Are you kidding me? He's a Mishima.
Who gives
Everybody
a fuck?
loves Mishimas.
Yeah, Mishimas are the focal point of
They're the cornerstone.
Nobody wants Jinpachi. Ancient Ogre, that'd be kind of dope, but nobody wants Jinpachi.
You see, I could see them not putting Ancient Ogre in because he's kind of like a Mokujin style, steal everybody's moves, but Jinpachi has a completely unique move list.
Hey, what if they put Christy back in but give her Jinpachi moveset?
I'm hell in.
Imagine what kind of story things they would have to pull in order to make that happen.
Possession.
Jinpachi possessed Christie's body, and now she's a capo/Mishima.
I mean, that's barely eye-raising for fucking Tekken, to be honest.
They can make it happen. Anyways, that's it. That's the stream. Anything y'all got to say? Any final words?
See you next time.
See you next time on Gorge Main's podcast.
Peace.